Alrighty, you guys see the title of the video. You know what's going on. I announced it on my Instagram earlier. I'm basically making a sort of story about me video, and the basis of this video is I have to write a college essay soon, so why not start off in a video form, the format that I'm typically the best at. I think I'm pretty good at making these videos, you know. I can get my whole story out on video first. Maybe it'll make it easier to write, who knows. Plus, I want my story to sort of inspire, my story to get people to chase their dreams despite what anybody may say or do to them. However, without further ado, I'm going to get into this video. Of course, make sure to like, subscribe, turn the notification bell, guys, help me out a little bit. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, of course, I'm going to start off all the way from preschool. Now, of course, what not a lot of people know, in preschool, there was this one lady, one teacher, to be honest, I don't know who she is, but she basically tried to say I was sort of mentally unable to learn in school. You guys can, I honestly don't know what it means, but you guys can basically judge that on whatever you want to, you know, whether she put me in a separate class or whether all that happened, I don't quite know. The bottom line is that in preschool, my parents took me out of that school, put me in another school. Now, I'm going to fast forward to elementary school because while I may appear as a quote-unquote success now to some people, especially people who personally know me, go to my high school, while I may be a success, a prodigy, whatever, I wasn't always that. In elementary school, I'll tell you guys right now, my grades were terrible. They were bad, at least part of elementary school. In first and second grade, I wasn't really caring, especially second grade, man. In case you guys don't know, I came real close to having to retake second grade. Like, that's how bad it was. In second grade, I didn't even know if I passed the grade, but I ended up just narrowly getting past it, just narrowly. It was so bad in second grade and first grade. I wasn't really the world's greatest scholar student, but somehow in third grade, everything changed. I met this one teacher named Miss Good, and she was the first teacher that really believed in my abilities, and it really helped me. In third grade, you know, third grade's an important grade in case you guys don't know. Third grade is where they put you on this measuring scale and predict whether you're going to go to jail, whether you're going to be a success story, you know, all that kind of crazy stuff that people like to do with grades in school. Personally, I don't believe in doing that to students, especially when they're in the third grade. However, in the third grade is when I really switched it on. You know, that's when my grades got up. They weren't super high, but they were above average, you know. In second grade, I was maybe a below average to average student. Third grade, I ended up getting some A's, high B's here and there. So in third grade, I ended up getting better. Then in fifth grade, I met arguably the most influential teacher of my life in Dr. Halton. Now, Dr. Halton was my fifth grade teacher. She also believed in me. And this was before I even believed in myself, because really before, I didn't feel like I was capable of getting good grades, in my opinion. That was just how I felt. I didn't think I was supposed to get good grades. I was just going to school to go to school. I didn't even check my grades back at that time. Back in that time, I won't say I didn't care, because I did care about it, but it wasn't on the top of my priorities list like it is right now. So basically, beginning the story, you know, little recap, I was deemed pretty much mentally incompetent, if you will, mentally not able to go to school and, you know, do this and that. So my parents ended up taking me out of that school, put me in another one. You know, first, second grade, yeah, they weren't great. They weren't all the best. Then third through fifth grade, things started to change. My grades started going up and up and up. I went from taking sort of a progressive reading class, a reading class to get better and better and better. A reading class basically for kids who kind of quote unquote struggle with reading. I went from taking that class to taking an advanced level reading class in a matter of under 1 year. And then, you know, I got the round of applause, you know, he's achieved this and that, whatever. But basically, yeah, that was my younger years. I wasn't the world's greatest student. I probably still am not the world's greatest student, but I'm definitely better than I was. But I wasn't the world's greatest student. I was not always the world's greatest student at all, especially when it came to the classroom. Now, of course, I'm going to fast forward to my middle school years at Davis Middle School. In case you guys don't know, it's a school in Stockbridge, Georgia. I'm from Atlanta, live in Atlanta, so, you know, I go to this Davis Middle School, and I try out, ironically for this, I do a small sports segment. I remember it every day. I do a small sports segment. I'm in fifth grade. Me and my sister and my dad and my mom, they all helped me record it. I put it out and then try out for the film program, photography program at Davis Middle School. In case you guys don't know, Davis is one of the best middle schools in the state. So it's a really hard school to get into. You have to actually get into it. This is middle school, by the way. So at Davis, I go and try out, I submit my application, all of that. Then when the lady watches my script, watches my show, or whatever, kind of like what I'm doing on YouTube, of course it was a little less, it wasn't the world's greatest, but the lady was shocked. She was like, you're articulate, you can speak well, you can do all these things, and I was accepted into the film program and also into a chorus program, because your boy could sing back in the day. I tell everybody this, I could sing a little bit back in the day. Maybe not right now because my voice got a little lower, but back in the day I could sing. So fast forward. In 6th grade, I get my first report card. I'm talking straight A's, bro. Like 96, 98, 99, 100. And that's when I really start to realize, that's kind of when my life sort of shifted. That's when I start to realize, like, dang, I can actually do this. I can actually get great grades on a regular basis. So ever since 6th grade, man, my grades have been mostly A's, maybe a B here and there. But ever since 6th grade, my grades have been all A's. I currently have a 4.1 in high school, but we're not at the high school stage yet. I ended up playing football between 7th and 9th grade. Gonna fast forward a little bit, get into the programs, play football. And in around 9th grade, I start to not like it. I don't like getting hit. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't like getting hit. I don't like running laps. I don't like doing any of that kind of stuff. I kind of like working out at my own pace. I didn't like football. And then my first head coach, Coach Baldwin, God rest his soul, he ended up passing away during the COVID times. I don't know what it was from, but one of prayers up to him. Prayers up to his son as well, man. Caleb is one of the best players I've ever seen. He's one of the best guys I've ever seen, so props to him. But, the Coach Baldwin dying, it had a big impact on my life. That's really when I quit football right there, because it was sort of the end of everything, New head coach came in. He's a good guy. I just wasn't feeling football anymore, man. So in 10th grade, quit football. Football's done. And really, what ends up happening is I get into what I'm doing right now, filming on YouTube and all that stuff. I see the YouTubers, but mostly I see people on television talking about sports, talking about, hosting the events. You have guys like Stephen A. Smith. You have guys like Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. I start watching all those guys. I'm like, dang, I feel like I can do that. I feel like I can maybe even take that to a higher level. So during 10th grade, I started my YouTube channel. My first YouTube video was actually up. It was uploaded on August 21st of 2020 during COVID times, exactly 2 days after my 15th birthday. It's uploaded 2 days after my 15th birthday. I was 15 years old in 2 days when I recorded and uploaded my first video. So that's what happened then, and it was not the world's greatest video, but it ended up getting over 100 views. So I was like, dang, maybe I can really do this. 100 views is a big time, but for a first video, that's actually really, really good. A channel with minimal traction. I think I did pretty good for the first video, to be honest with you guys. So keep recording all throughout the summer. And 11th grade, aka the grade I just got out of, comes along. Now, 11th grade, let me tell you, is the year where my life completely changed. I go in, grades are on fire, I have a 4.0 GPA and above. So I go into 11th grade, and my speaking, my ability to speak, articulate, whatever you want to call it, that really starts to become important, and people really start to notice that. It got noticed to the point where a lady had called my classroom on the phone. She wanted me to do morning announcements, host events. I ended up hosting an event where we had to tour the superintendent. I had to host an event where I had to, tour students around the school, all that kind of stuff. So I hosted all sorts of events. This is not the only thing I do. YouTube is just, my main thing. But I ended up hosting a lot of events. I ended up doing the morning announcements at school, and I get people emailing me like, oh my gosh, you're so good at this. You're going to be the next big thing. You're going to be on TV, the radio, all that kind of stuff. So that's really when my life changed, man. 11th grade was a huge game changer for me. Ended up becoming the vice president of my high school class. So all that kind of stuff ended up happening. It was really, really good, man. It was one thing. It was something I was really grateful for, because I didn't even know. I knew that I could be able, I knew I could do this. I knew I could make this a career, but I didn't really know it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really go into it. But now I'm really, really, going into it. I'm really pushing into that part of my life, and it's been a huge dream come true so far. So basically, 11th grade goes by, and 11th grade, I could talk to you all day about 11th grade, man. End up getting mostly A's. It was a struggle, though. It was a huge struggle. 11th grade is the hardest grade. I lost focus in the middle of the year. I had a lot of stuff going on, man. It was the coach passing away, me not playing football anymore, trying to find things to do. man, it was just tough. And really where I came from is what humbles me, because, you know, you come from somebody basically telling you you're not good enough. That's basically what that lady told me in preschool. She said, you're not good enough to be here. You can't be in these classes. You can't compete with this student. You are not mentally able to do what we need you to do. That was basically what I was told. I'll be straight up to you guys. And then sort of believing that, bringing into first, second grade, then having a teacher, Miss Good, Dr. Hall, and all those teachers, Mr. Ricketts, Mr. Amsterdam, all those guys, if they happen to watch this video, then that would be pretty cool. But all those guys who would come in, just believe in me, just find out who I am, and force me, really push me to great levels as a student and as a person. I'm grateful for all those teachers, man. Just being able to really believe in myself, being able to believe in my abilities, which I'm still working on. I was terrified to record my first YouTube video. I didn't even know if I could believe in myself, getting my abilities out, but ended up doing it. Had a lot of people push me that way. My dad's been big. My sister's been big. My mom's been big when it comes to pushing me forward, pushing me to get into all these things. However, just little side stuff. But yeah, rest of 11th grade was pretty much it was a doozy, man. Like, I did the morning announcements. I ended up getting invited to a bunch of events, bunch of colleges. Actually, give me one second. So basically, I don't mean to be a show off or anything, but let me get all this. Give me 1 second, guys. So basically, with me going into 12th grade, these are all letters that colleges have given me. It's a whole bunch. You know, you have Tulane, you have Northwestern, Notre Dame, you have Vanderbilt, you have UGA, Georgia Tech, Duke, Georgia State, Format, like, you have all the universities, USC. All of my dream colleges have sort of come in and reached in. So it's really just a signal that, and what I want you to take away from this video is that believe in yourself, man. You can do anything you put your mind to. Whether somebody tells you can't, whether you just have to believe. That's the only thing you have to do. You have to believe in yourself before anybody else believes in you. And of course, it's going to take some people to push you. It's going to take some people to get you to go in that direction. But really, it's all about you. It's all about believing in yourself. And when I started believing in my abilities, you see what happened. I went from a kid that was basically average, a kid that was seen as sort of, in my eyes, I saw myself as below everybody else. I saw myself as, I can't do what they do. But as soon as I had somebody believe in me, as soon as I started believing myself, I ended up with what you would call success. You know, I ended up getting the college offers. I ended up having a 4.1 GPA, being top 10 in my high school class. I ended up, you know, starting a YouTube channel, getting some traction. I even have a job still, so I do multiple things, man. So really, you can do anything you put your mind to, and that's what I want to get from this video. That's what I want you to get from this video. I know it was longer than I expected. It's like 12 minutes and 38 seconds, but I really hope you stuck through the entire video. That's just part of my story going on. You know, my writing won't be this long. My essay can only be like 600 words. But I figured that telling you guys my story and telling you guys where I came from and the fact that I'm not perfect. I've never been seen as the world's most amazing student, the world's most amazing, who knows, maybe you don't even see me as the world's most amazing YouTuber, but the point is, I believe in myself. You should believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, I'll tell you right now, I believe in you. I believe that all dreams are meant to come true. Therefore, you need to go for it. Whatever you want to do, whether it be start a YouTube channel, whether it be start a company, start a clothing line, whatever, you need to go ahead and pursue it, because I'm telling you, belief in yourself will change your life just like it's changed mine over the last 10 or so years. You know, going from a quote-unquote mentally incapable student to somebody who has a 4.1, top 10 in their class, somebody who would never go to college, to somebody with tons of college offers, as you can see right here. Going to somebody who wasn't really seen as great at anything, to somebody who's one of the best at their crafts in their entire state, their entire nation, their entire county, whatever you want to call it. Somebody who's trying to get better, somebody who started a channel, somebody who's trying to start multiple channels. Just believe in yourself, man. And I believe if you believe in yourself, if you truly chase for what you're after, then you're going to get it eventually. So I believe in you. I want you to believe in yourself. And most of all, I wish you nothing but the best. Stay loved, stay blessed. I hope you stuck through the whole video. And without further ado, thank you for watching.